All right, Jim, one final question before we get to our last topic here on the final drive-thru of 2024. This was sent via the Cult of Cornette Facebook group by Antonio Orlando. He's an all-star contributor, it says here.
Did he break up with Dawn?
That's a different Orlando. That's Tony Orlando.
Well, that's what you said.
Oh, well, this is Antonio Orlando. I guess
you're being more proper.
Maybe this is Tony Khan's alias. Who knows? Does Corny think Michael Jackson would have been a good worker? And could someone like Shawn Michaels have headlined a WrestleMania with him pre-allegations?
Pre or post? No. During. If he actually was committing the acts that he was accused of, it wouldn't have gone on WrestleMania. Did you hear that right before he died, they were going to do a big co-sponsorship for that tour with McDonald's and Michael Jackson?
For the This Is It thing? No, I didn't hear that.
They were going to come out with a McMichael sandwich, a 40-year-old piece of meat in between two 10-year-old buns.
Okay, that's terrible.
But they never.
But again,
he was going to do a whole tour with Elton John, ending in an HBO special where they duetted on "Don't Let Your Son Go Down on Me."
Okay, listen, let's get back to the question. It's a serious question. Would Michael Jackson have been a good worker? So before we get to the Shawn Michaels match, in terms of working a match against another 115-pound man, do you think he'd have the ability to sell, to maybe do some fancy moves? What do you think?
No, I don't. Remember
promo.
Yes, he was. Let me tell you this: I'm bad. Shit, honey. Yes, he was a great athlete as a dancer and to do all of that stuff. He had cardio and wind, but also, as you said, he was 115 pounds. One body slam, it might have displaced his fucking internal organs, and because of the nature of his life and upbringing and everything, I don't think he ever did anything in the way of sports or whatever. And it was wrestling. I think would be more aggressive, possibly, than his normal personality and demeanor seemed like that it would. Can you see him doing a promo as a babyface or a heel?
No.
Yeah. So no, I don't. Now, could it be that old Tony Orlando there is on the propofol too, and that's where he came up with that question?
I mean, it's an interesting question.
No, it's not.
You know, he obviously would have been.
Dumb question.
He would have been able to feud with Michael Hayes over the moonwalk in the ring. Who moonwalked first? I think that could have been something. That could have been really a big deal. And him against Shawn Michaels. Would Shawn Michaels have been able to get a good match out of Michael Jackson at WrestleMania?
No.
Pre-allegations.
Again, pre or post or whatever period of time, no, because even if Michaels was a stellar worker, you can't get blood out of a turnip, and you couldn't get a fucking WrestleMania match out of Michael Jackson. I'm sorry, no, that would not compute.
If instead of Mr. T had been Hulk Hogan and Michael Jackson against Roddy Piper and Paul Orndorff?
In that case, I bet you Piper would be more famous than he is now. Because I guarantee you he'd have gone into business for himself on that one.
You know, the other thing, too, is beyond, getting all the allegations, and beyond Michael Jackson even, the idea of a dancer, someone who's been dancing at that level, those kind of dance moves for so many years, getting into the ring, you have to wonder about wear and tear. I mean, it looks so nice and fluid, but they're fucking up their knees, they're fucking up everything, their joints, because you're not supposed to move in a lot of the ways that they're moving as often as they do it. So you have to wonder, one bad run to the ropes, their fucking knee goes.
Well, but remember Ricky Starr, the ballet dancing wrestler. That was his whole gimmick, because he was a ballet dancer but he wasn't the biggest guy in the history of the wrestling business, but he wasn't like 6 feet tall and 115 pounds or whatever. So he was an athlete, and he was able to coalesce the ballet into the wrestling and pirouette around and still make it work.
All right, but no Michael Jackson.
No Michael Jackson. No Michael.